Alright, so welcome back to 7th grade math, test 3, part B. So we got cut off there on the last one. Let's continue with problem number 19. It says select a statement that is most true about the table below. So they give us a table here, and we're going to have to check to see if it's proportional. So that means if I do this side divided by this side over here, do I get the same thing every time? So we test to see if it's proportional. For 19, I take the very first set of coordinates that they give me. That's 3/5 of a minute. We get 84/5 gallons. So it's 84/5 gallons for 3/4 of a minute means 84/5 gallons over 3/5 of a minute, which of course means 84/5 divided by 3/5. So remember, I'm doing gallons first because I always put time on the bottom, right? I want to get in the habit of doing that. I could have put minutes on top, but I'd have to do the same thing for all of them. But it's a great idea to always put time on the bottom and money on top, right? That's most of our word problems, time and money. Money goes on top, time goes on the bottom. So just remember to do the same thing for all of them. And of course, dividing by fractions means to multiply by the reciprocal. So you flip the second one upside down, not the first one. That's how we make it times. And like we always do, we do our factor trees and cross out our ones. Right? So 85, 84 we broke down. 5 and 3 are prime already. Cross out anything that's on top that's also on the bottom. Whatever's left gets multiplied. And by doing this, we find the unit rate. So it's 28 what? Gallons per minute or minutes per gallon? Well, whatever's on top, whatever we put on top, that goes first. So it's 28 gallons per minute. So we just check the unit rate for the other ones too. How many gallons per minute? So for the next point that they give us in the table, they give us 1/2 minute. We have 14 gallons. So I put gallons on top. Time always goes on the bottom. 14 over 1/2 means 14 divided by 1/2. How do we multiply by reciprocal? Do the old keep change flip or multiply by reciprocal. Flip the second one, not the first. Now it becomes times. Factor trees, cross out your ones. But if there's only ones on the bottom, you know there's not going to be any ones to cross out. So 14 times 20 is 28 gallons per minute. So we got the same for both, but you have to check all of them. So I check the next one. The next set of coordinates that they give us in the table is 5/4 minutes. Gives us 10 gallons. So I put gallons on top, time on the bottom. Make a division, multiply by reciprocal. Factor trees, cross out your ones. So you see that 10 is 2 times 5. Cross out those ones. There's nothing else to cross out. Can't cross out those 2's because one's not up and one's not down. One has to be up and one has to be down to cross them out. And I see that they all have the same unit rate. They all have the same unit rate. If you get the same ratio every time you divide, then that means that those are proportional relationships, which is why your answer is A. So for number 20, they say which quadrant does the point -4, 3 lie in? Well, you go side to side first. Negative is to the left, positive is to the right. So if it's -4, I go to the left 4. And then we go up and down. So positive is up, negative is down. So I go to the left 4, up 3. That's quadrant 2 because the quadrants start in top right and it goes counterclockwise in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember that we use Roman numerals. Alright, I hope that's helpful to you guys.